The scripture tells us in Mark chapter number 12 that when they asked him, Jesus, whether they should pay taxes and pay to the government. And that's when Jesus told him to give me a penny. And he held up the penny and he said, whose image and description is on this? And they said, well, Caesar. And they said, well, render to Caesar what is Caesar's, and render to God what is God. But then after that, it says that the people marveled at his answer and at his response. Because you see, in the mind of the people, this question about money and what money should do and what money should not do is a very high on our list of things that we think about. We think about money a lot because, well, you have to have money to be able to buy, and it just becomes a part of our lives. And so when we find ourselves being caught up in this quest for money, it can cause us to lose, in essence, the most important thing in our lives, and that is our spiritual development and our relationship with God. Remember, the scripture says that the love of money is the root of all evil. Think about that. The root of all evil. Because it lies right in there with the three root sins: the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. Because money represents prestige. Money represents position in society. Because we categorize people that way by how much money they have, represented by the type of house that they live in, the type of car that they drive, the kind of clothes that they wear, the places that they go. All of this is representative of status based upon how much money you have. I do find it to be interesting. Because you have somebody over here and they live in a very simple, plain house, drive a very simple, plain automobile, all paid for, have no debt, they don't owe anybody anything. And then you look over here and here's somebody that live in this big, fancy house and drive these big, beautiful, fancy cars and dressed to the nines, and you go, man, those people, they are really prosperous, really wealthy. No, they just have a good banker, and they have a lot of debt, and they owe a lot of money. And if you had to actually count the amount of money that they actually have versus what they owe, they would be more than poor. But yet, in our society, we place so much value on the things that they own that becomes the essence of our entire existence. But remember what Jesus told the man who said to Jesus, Jesus, deal with my brother and make him share with me the inheritance. What did Jesus say? Life consisteth not in the abundance of one's possessions. Truth is, you're not going to take any of it to heaven with you. Pastor Jack King with the gospel, the radio broadcast.